likely challenge couples edition. Who's most likely to get arrested?
Like, if you looked at all of these women that my friend was showing me that he was talking to at the time, you would think that they all were the same person. That's how similar they looked.
That man is trying so hard to keep Megan Thee Stallion. I know he's probably like texting her like, please, please, begging hands and knees, because that is insane.
Megan is once again in the spotlight, but for all the wrong reasons. She had been keeping her romance a secret for months, but at last she decided to make it public, and for a few brief moments, people were joyful about it. That is, until the alleged infidelity arose. It seems that a woman revealed shocking receipts, which sparked a wave of accusations of adultery on the internet. Dubious SNS messages and even financial transactions, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. After the accusations surfaced, everyone wanted to dump Torrey. But instead, she's pursuing the ex. What's going on? What did Meg say? And are the accusations true?
This is literally nothing new. And like, do this all the time.
The trouble began when Jasmine Elizabeth, a model with only admirers on Instagram, shared proofs of Megan's partner cheating on her. It turns out that the two had been communicating since 2023, and it wasn't exactly a friendly exchange at one time. Jasmine responded to one of Torrey's stories asking, "Oh, you got a boo?" To which Torrey replied, "Me, myself, and I." He acknowledged that he was dating Megan at the time. In a different screenshot, he was seen asking Jasmine if she still produced milk, and he was caught asking her if she had ever made a sex tape. In fact, he even acknowledged that he prefers it natural rather than shaven. In the caption of the photo dump, Jasmine wrote, "You play this game better than you actually play on the court. I'm done after this, but why are you erasing stuff too?" Torrey also added some eyebrow-raising things, including "Be my wife, lol. Verify yourself. You and my close buddies are always watching me. You've been FaceTiming me and sending me money since 2023. You've worked hard up to this point, and we've exchanged countless texts and other messages, but last night you called my phone to erase them because you're guilty, and the fact that you're lying proves you're not even. Meg Worthy, I had no idea that you and Meg were dating until the Shade Room posted you two in bed after I informed you about my predicament, and you seemed to feel a certain way. You continued to chat with me until now, which led me to assume that you were sorry, but then you deleted everything since there was no need. For women to oppose one another after this, it's all love, but Jasmine also provided receipts of Torrey sending her money, which further harms women on both sides. You play this game better than you actually play on the court, and you might get to start. For those of you who are unaware, Megan has been seeing Torrey for a while, but she has been quite quiet about it until lately, when she shared a couple's challenge on TikTok while in bed with Torrey. She blacked out the precise amount she sent him, though.
Most likely challenge couples edition. Who's most likely to get arrested? Who's the better kisser? Who said "I love you" first? Who starts the most arguments? Who needs the most attention?
Come on.
Who's the better cook? Who's the most spoiled? Who's the funniest? Who has the better style? Who takes longer to get ready?
I do.
Whose mother-in-law likes them more?
She's also been going to Torrey's games. Meg was seen at the Chicago Bulls vs. Celtics game on December 22, 2024, where Torrey plays. The Bulls lost that game, and worse, C was injured and had to miss the game, but the internet was more attentive on Meg's presence instead of Torrey's on-court play, and for fans who were still not persuaded, Torrey dispelled any rumors by sharing a photo of Meg and him cuddling up next to each other. This was right as the internet was celebrating Meg's new love and romance Olivia Davis, one of Torrey's girlfriends, also caused quite a commotion when she was conversing with her pals on the Females One Kitchen podcast, proving that Jasmine is not the only woman whose remarks have startled the internet. She would have been better off remaining silent when Torrey and Megan came up throughout the talk in retrospect.
Olivia's ex.
Do I start the one where my ex is dating the Megan? Was it the Megan Stallion? What's her name?
Meg the Stallion.
Meg the Stallion. Megan. I'm just gonna call her Megan.
So I saw this.
Yes.
Me and Eva, we were sitting in bed scrolling on TikTok. And we're scrolling, Meg the Stallion pops up with some guy. And Eva's like, isn't that Olivia's ex? And I'm like, oh yeah, his name's Torrey, right?
Yep.
Not Tory Lanez, but different.
Yeah, no, just imagine.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I can't even get mad though, because it's like, damn, like that's kind of a flex, you know? Like
Yeah.
I can't even be mad at that at all because like
I just wonder what his type is, because you guys dated, then he was talking to other girls when he was talking to you, and like they all look
very
like
similar. Like
you
we all-
guys.
yeah.
So I'm just curious what his type is.
What I've learned in my 29 years, men don't have a type. They like whatever they
In addition to making fun of Meg by mispronouncing her name, Olivia also attracted attention when she disclosed that Torrey frequently flirts with other women in relationships. He did this to Olivia, and Jasmine claims he also did it to Meg, but Meg's admirers were more incensed at the girl's disparaging remarks about Torrey dating a black woman. Olivia eventually had to answer since the backlash became so severe.
And it's really coming for you right now with what you said about Meg and Torrey. Do you feel like people are misinterpreting what you said?
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna be honest, I've never been called a racist in my entire life.
Yeah.
So it's just like a little bit of a shock to me.
What do you say to people that are calling you racist?
I'm sorry, what?
What do you say to the people that are calling you racist?
I mean, honestly, I've been kind of just like staying silent right now just because of like the disaster that's happening.
Yeah.
So I just feel it's a little insensitive for people to be attacking. I obviously understand if they're offended, and I deeply apologize for that. I know her name, obviously. It was just a stupid, dumb, blonde moment, I think, in the moment during our podcast, and I actually do have like an issue with like pronouncing vowels sometimes.
Oh, really?
And I'm not gonna like play the victim or use this as an excuse because I am foreign. I wasn't even born here. I didn't speak English when I came here. Clearly, now you can hear that I do speak proper English, but I do have a tendency to mix up vowels, especially if I'm nervous.
It was also necessary for one of the hosts, Lana Rhodes, to get up and give an explanation.
Looked at all of these women that my friend was showing me that he was talking to at the time, you would think that they all were the same person. That's how similar they looked. It wasn't a difference in skin color. It was literally carbon copies of each other. And so for me, if I'm seeing that he's choosing to spend time with and hook up with a very specific type of girl, and it appears that that's his type, and then all of a sudden he has someone that benefits him more, and his type switches drastically, to me that's a red flag. And so I was just putting that out there so that she knew it.
Fans weren't prepared to hear her side of the tale, but she seemed to indicate that Torrey had a history of dating blonde women, so the fact that he was with Meg was all sorts of fishy. Someone said, "It's going to be hilarious when Meg clocks them, and then they'll be crying and apologizing like a bunch of pump B words." Another person said, "Lana is trying to bash her as though she's not aged and worn out like milk, and Olivia could never compare." She's correct. He upgraded with Meg, and they're all insecure. Some people even brought receipts to the argument to show that Torrey's baby mom was actually a gorgeous black lady. They stated that Megan is everyone's type and that you all actually behave like you. I'm not sure who she was, and this whole interview was the worst I've ever seen. The entire video demonstrates how stupid you three are, and it makes me envious and upset. As for Torrey, he's denying everything he did, just like most guys in his position. He responded to the situation on his Instagram story by stating that people don't really want clout. He then shared a number of clips demonstrating how simple it is to create fake conversations on Instagram.
So
Like I've said before, this conversation is definitely fake. It's definitely put up just for this video. I hope that if you're using this skill, it is for fun and is not for something that might come across a little bit sad. But anyway, this is the inside of the conversation. This is what we are going to pretend Billie Eilish and I are having a conversation about. So this is the other thing I'm going to take a screen grab of, also set to 100. And we're just going to swipe across here and remove everything that was on the layer that gave away that this conversation was happening between us and ourselves. So right now up the top, we have Billie Eilish's name, but our account below. The next thing to fix is this profile picture here. This is our profile picture of our...
He also shared a screenshot of a conversation he had with Jasmine in which she said, "I have a question for you. Are you going to let me come to one of your games?" He added, "I'm not trying to be seen. I just want to see you and head out lol. Mind my business, okay? Yeah, I don't want any problems. I'm just wish to see a game right now." Fans believe that Torrey's failure to respond to her wounded Jasmine's sentiments, so she texted him again, stating, "You haven't answered my question from above honestly." Torrey gave the impression that Jasmine was fabricating the whole affair to gain influence, but some astute fans were able to identify his falsehoods. After one person reacted, he deleted all of his messages, and it now looks like she is talking alone. Meanwhile, another person posted on his October and December DMs, with someone lying and claiming that followers believe he is currently pleading with Megan on his knees.
It's trying so hard to keep Megan Thee Stallion. I know he's probably like texting her like, please, please, begging hands and knees, because that is insane. Like, and don't get me wrong, I'm like, okay, sis, you showing some receipts, but it's like, girl, where the birthday bags? Where are the birthday bags? That's the thing with these workers, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, like, you getting flown out to just engage in whatever you're engaging with. Like, damn, where's the bags? Where are the bags? Where is the investment money? Like, Chick-fil-A, we have lost the recipes, sister. If you gonna go out like this and you gonna really clout chase on some, like, at least say, he done bought me some Birkins, like, Chick-fil-A, sister. Anyways, yeah. And I see why she was really private with this one, and then, yeah, it's just when you think you got a good one, and it's just, yeah, whatever. She's Megan Thee Stallion, she will be A-okay, but I know he's on hands and knees, like, please, like, I don't think it was AI. I do think he intercepted messages, but also, we don't know what the real timeline is, so I don't know. This is just messy. And it's like, I don't even know why people do that to themselves, because now they're pulling up pictures of her and call her all types of, like, they roasted her. They roasted her. But yeah, this is nothing new.
As for Megan, she has been silent about the whole thing. But if there's one thing about her that fans truly want to hear, it's that she won't put up with this drama in the first place. She hasn't exactly been fortunate in the romance department. She was dealt a blow by Tory Lanez, and that's a Megan's battle even now. According to court reporter Megan Cuniff, she was only recently granted a 5-year restraining order against Lanez, which expires on January 9, 2030. The only reason she was able to do so was because she disclosed that Lanez had been harassing her while he was serving a 10-year sentence. In her video call testimony, Megan disclosed how she wouldn't feel secure with L on the streets, adding, "I think he might shoot me again, and I might not survive this time." Judge Richard Bloom had no choice but to approve the ruling he drafted, stating that Megan had met the burden of proof to grant the motion after she additionally accused Lanez of using outside bloggers to disparage her while he was incarcerated. Lanez attempted to move on from the legal chaos by dating Partisan F, but their relationship ended in 2023, and it wasn't exactly a loving farewell. The restraining order described Lanez as a dangerous criminal with a proven pattern of behavior, highlighting the reasons this civil harassment restraining order is necessary to protect Miss Pete and her well-being. Megan dumped him for cheating on her, and she scolded him in her diss track Cobra rapping. She saw him getting his D supped in the same place where I'm sleeping. God, please give me a break. I'm not sure how much more of this I can handle. But the party disputed everything, claiming that it was all a lie and that he was cheating by hiding text messages. illicit relationships with anybody, and to add even more intrigue, he responded with a diss track of his own, accusing Megan of cheating on him while he was clearing his own name. He said, "Look, you talk bleep about Kel, about Jayla and Darren. You discuss everyone but the person staring at you in the mirror, saying things like, yup, Keisha, before sobbing like, it was an ugly breakup." So Megan changed her focus back in October. This is the part where you share that I wish you would tell the whole truth when you were going through how I hold you. It's going to be okay. I told you. You won money at a KNF Awards and you got clothes that you're wearing. She said she decided to release her documentary Megan Thee Stallion in 2024 because she wanted to share her perspective and was fed up with people telling her story without considering how she felt. She said, "I started to watch a lot of people dehumanize me, which is why I even agreed to do the documentary in the first place. Let me just go ahead and tell my truth, y'all. I apologize that it didn't work out. I was trying to be a stereotypical star for you guys. Don't respect anything else than honesty and rawness." Additionally, Megan discussed her shooting incident with Lance in 2020, saying, "I really thought that once he got sentenced and went off to jail, I was going to be a new woman, and I thought I was going to be great, and I could just go be the Megan." A Stallion fans fervently hope that this one will work out for Meg. What do you think? Will Meg give Craig another chance, or will she end things? Let us know in the comments section below, and don't forget to watch this next video. I always wanted to be number one, and I still deal with people angering me every day because I told them what happened to me.